supposed to go live 6:30, but I didn't because my dad had just got home and we had we had to decompress. We had to decompress from work. Can't be on live all crazy. My dad is just getting home from work, so I wanted to give my dad some space and all of that. But we here, and I just wanted to say goodbye because last time I was on live like a couple hours ago, we got interrupted. I had to make a phone call or whatever, and I had to go do some work, and I didn't get to say bye. So I just wanted to tell everybody out there who came through, I appreciate you. Thank you for sticking around through that whole comment fiasco that happened. It was funny because the answer was right there in front of me the whole time. I couldn't figure it out. But now we know. And I was planning on just jumping on here for a minute.
Okay.
But that's the vlog. It's the vlog right there, baby. Coming to you soon, live and direct. Look out for that. If I can't even put a time limit on it because I don't know what type of inspiration and ideas are gonna pop up out of this, which is what happens all the time. But I was thinking about, right? What if I do a live while I'm editing? So you get to kind of see, you get a behind the scenes of what the editing process is like. That might be a little bit too much, but it's something I just thought about. Something I just thought about. If you want to take part in that, you can. Maybe. If I decide it's kosher.
Chili, good.
Oh yeah, that's what I forgot to look. Pop's busting down that last hot dog. He said the chili was good.
I'm busting that last.
The last bite right now. There's more in there too. I just made those last two. There's more chili. There's no more vegetables though. Hey, hi, what up?
Thank you, son.
You're very welcome. Here, let me grab that from you. We'll slid you across the table.
Thank you.
Something special about nourishing the people that you love. Wow, we got 42 people in here already, and I was only coming on here for a minute. Anybody hungry? Chili dogs. Tomato. Oh, I didn't put no onions in there. I slipped up. I didn't put no onions in there.
I enjoyed it.
I'm glad you enjoyed it. Oh, Daniel Baker. Wow. Thanks for the $2. That means so much to me. Like, somebody just gave me $2. You know what I mean?
Right
like,
on.
come on.
Right on.
All I did was just come on and say what up. My bad for hanging up the phone on y'all like that, but priorities, you know what I mean? Priority. Whoa. This is what what is that? Alright. I'm gonna keep an eye on you, Charlie Matero. What the hell? Matter of fact, nah, that's wild. I usually let people say anything, but stuff like that. Come on, B. Let me get you a good angle real quick.
That was the best way to do the pranks.
Oh yeah, I boiled them, just like you said.
Boy, you look like you. What them?
Nah, I did sear them. I boiled them and then I seared them.
Yeah, good.
Mm-hmm.
And get,
Well, those last two I actually didn't boil.
Boil some of that salt out.
Yeah, I remember you said that, so I wanted to try it. And I did taste the difference too, you was right. Wow, so many friendly people in here. Hi, everybody. Sorry I wasn't paying attention to you. Having a conversation with my pops. Just came home from the work thing, and I was on here to say, hi, my name is Matt, if you've never met me before. Hi, my name is Nos, if you've never met me before. I go by NOS. And I do this YouTube thing. Fatherhood, spiritual stuff, artistic stuff. Regular, real life, authenticity, integrity stuff. Chilling with my pops, eating hot dogs and chilling type stuff. Getting random $2 bills tossed in the bank account. Even though YouTube is probably going to take 30, no, they take like 7% or something crazy. 70%.
What?
Yeah, YouTube is bugging. But it's alright. I still so grateful to you. $2. That, I mean, I love the number 2. It's one of my favorite numbers outside of 9. Yep. You could bounce on it once or twice and yo, YouTube is wild. I didn't expect that. I didn't expect stuff like that. This is like the old AIM chat days. Remember you used to log into AOL online when the internet first came out and everybody had the dial-ups. Some of y'all might be too young for that, but it was a glorious time to be alive. You used to just hit the dial-up, listen to the noise real quick, boop. You was online. You could say whatever. You can be whoever you want, say whatever you want. You just enter random chat rooms. That was named the most wildest, craziest. I mean, but most of the stuff was local. I would stick to the local stuff. Try to, organize. I was always an organizer, even back in them days. Like, yo, let's link. ASL. Yeah. Talk about why you too. Oh, Shay said, well, I talk. Okay. Everybody wants to know that. Twerk less and pray daily. What up, Christy? I'm chilling. For the most part, doing my best. Oh, did I not block this person already? I don't want to just spend time doing that. I might as well just ignore the comments if it's gonna be crazy. I don't know. Pick one. All right, and all right. Yo, YouTube is stupid. Thank you, Mrs. Montanez. I'm gonna try to pronounce your name one good time. Yelinette. That just felt like that one rolled off the tongue. Yelinette. Yelinetti? I love it though. Appreciate the comment. Iran, what up? Good to see Iran in here. For real? What time is it? Y'all on a complete opposite side of the world. But mad love to Iran. Mad love to all the Arab countries. Mad love to the world. Mad love to the United States of... Or what are we united in anymore? The United States of Atheism. It's wild out here. Did you know Roblox gave me 200 million? All right. Does anybody want to be a moderator? If you're a real person, put 444 in the comments right now. I need somebody to be a responsible. If you would enjoy being a moderator for the comments, or I could just bounce. Because I did say I was going to do that. I'm supposed to be working on the comments right now. Tyler Malone, why are you? How do I know you're a real person? Let's ask you a question. Where did? No, that's not a good question. You can make up anything. What's your favorite Quentin Tarantino movie? There we go. If you have one, if you think Quentin Tarantino is shit, just say that. Tyler Malone said, "I'm legit, bro." All right, I think that's good enough. Tyler, you're gonna be a moderator. Woo. Oh, there's options here. I'm figuring this out. Thank you for just hanging in there with me. Managing moderator can manage blocked words and change chat modes in live, and also has capabilities of standard moderators. Standard moderators can review and remove chat messages and hide or put users in timeout. Yeah, there we're gonna do. You're a standard. Arigato gozaimasu. Gozaimasu. I say it right when nobody's listening to me, but when people listen to me, I can't speak Japanese or English for that matter for some reason. It's wild how that happens. I feel like I'm so well spoken when I'm actually looking in people's eyes and talking to them. But when the camera comes on, I'm like, Robbie, what up? Okay, Reservoir Dogs. Okay, you're Tyler. We're good. We're good, brother. We're good. I'm gonna start asking you random questions like, who is the main character? Mr. Red and Mr. Orange. All right, that's what's up. Okay, we good. Hot dogs, really, Matt? You worked in the meat processing plant. You should know better. Yo, you never. Yo, he was like, that's the one thing I was worried about when I started making hot dogs, and I put that shit online. It occurred to me as the camera was rolling too. Like that's one thing that's very unique about being a YouTuber. You like, oh, I'm gonna go live. I'm gonna just do some regular shit, not judging yourself about what you be doing. I'm like, yo, I'm making hot dogs. Immediately, my brain was like, yo, don't you remember where you come from? Like, you worked at the chicken processing plant. You saw the discarded meat get thrown in the bin that they gonna make chicken hot dogs in. And he was like, I'll never eat that shit again. And here we go. It's the struggle, fam. You know, like, I'm gonna tell you, I'm gonna keep it a buck with you. As I always do. I don't really like people who always preface, yo, to be honest, or to keep it a buck with you. I don't appreciate people who do that. No, I do appreciate them, but I mean, like, you don't have to. It's superfluous to do that. But you're already supposed to be honest. You don't need to say, yo, I'm gonna be honest with you, or I'm gonna keep it a buck with you. You're already, that's prerequisite. Like, that's required. But as I was saying, I'm grateful for eating. I'll put it like that. That's why I always take it. And I put mad love into them hot dogs. Why are you bugging? I boiled them first, parboiled them. You know, get fancy. Parboiled them. I just didn't boil them. I parboiled them bitches. And then, you know what I mean? Put the perfect amount of butter. The pot was well heated, preheated, 5 to 7 minutes. Seared them. They was bubbling. Seared it just enough so the bubbles were seated, but you still got the crisp on the outside, man. By the time I put them joints in some bread with the chili on it, with the cheese, with the onions and the tomatoes, come on, son. That's I could have put a stick and some dirt in some bread and did all of that, and it would nah. You know I'm exaggerating, but you feel what I'm saying. Yo, my boy Tyler on his job. That's what's up. This is cool. And I said I was only gonna come in here for a minute, and it's been 15. And I'm $3 up. Come on. And we could kill two birds in pause. We can hold two. We can hold two birds in one palm. There we go. Let me get my tripod. Since y'all want to be live, and I mean I want to be live too. Since we all want to be live, what I would be doing if I were not on the screen right now would be editing. So, do you want to edit? I don't know. Like, I feel like you're just somebody. Like, you're right here, sitting in this chair. You. And I'm like, okay. what it do right now because we ain't going out. We ain't got no bread. We ain't got no bread. So we ain't going nowhere. We're gonna sit right here. You know, I'll probably pour you a beverage. Can't have you in here with the cotton. And I'd roll up. No, I didn't say that. I said edit videos. That's what I said. Yo, who wants to have an editing party? Yo, everybody pull out your laptops and edit. Edit party. Everybody, everybody sit in front of their laptops, edit. Get their phone out, put it on a tripod, and go live on YouTube. I think we just broke the whole internet right there. If all 34 of us do that right there, that's breaking the internet for sure. Casey, I got you. You already. Y'all ever watch True Blood? Lots of laughs. I know I'm late as F, but it's good. It is good. That Robbie, you're onto something, fam, because I used to watch True Blood. I watched like maybe the first season, a little bit of the second season. And I had to put it down because I already saw what it was about to do. You ever have that happen to you? You start watching something so good and you like, yo, I just don't have the time in my life for this right now. I gotta put this away. That's what happened between me and True Blood. And I've never finished it till this day. Same thing that happened with Dexter. How many things? What else happened? The Witcher. Um, a lot of things. My Xbox. I used to love. I used to be the gamer. It'll come back though. I just gotta make about $100,000, and then I might sit up and play some Xbox one day. You smell like corn chips and burnt tortillas? Okay. I mean, that's actually not a bad smell. You ever walked into one of them Mexican restaurants, or are Mexicans the only ones who have tortillas? I think a lot. Everybody uses tortillas, right? So yeah, any type of Central American, South American restaurant, whoever uses tortillas in the world, you could be across the world, and it would smell like corn and burnt tortillas. So, tortilla. All right. People keep calling me related to Adam Sandler. I never saw it, but it's a thing now. And it's unfortunate because I don't enjoy Adam Sandler like that. He that movie, I forget with the basketball, that was great. Big Daddy was great, and Click. Those are my three Adam Sandler movies. Oh, and Waterboy, duh, Waterboy. But and if I am Adam Sandler cousin, tell him to tell me some change. It's been that's what's up. That's what's up, Robbie. Yeah, video games are so good, man. I knew we was in for trouble like once the saves got better. You remember back in the day when you used to have the little memory card to save and you can only save so much, like it was like 250 megabytes first and then a 500, and then they went to the 2 3 gig or whatever. Oh my God. And then you don't even need that no more. The game just saves infinitely into the cloud. You're in trouble, man. We need to have a reversal of. Nah, we don't need to. But I appreciate like I always said, when Ora gets old enough to really be interested in games, I want her to go through. We don't have to do Atari, but let's start at NES or like Sega, and she has to experience Sega or NES and get the like the what was that 34-bit or whatever. She has to get that experience, and then she can move up to like the 64, and then after the 64, get We can skip straight to PlayStation 3. We don't have to do 1 and 2. We can go to 3. And then after that, we'll do CPUs. We'll build our own computer, like gaming computer with like the whole video card and sound card and the fan with the LED lights and the, that's if she wants to. That's my dream at least. Living my dreams vicariously through my children. Of course. Unseen said, if I had everything I needed, what would I be doing? Um, wow, that's amazing to even let my mind go into that space. Thank you for that. Unseen, that was dope. Is it first that begs the question that I could, is it possible to have everything I need? Because I feel like once you feel like you have everything you need, you say, oh, I need some batteries or some dumb shit like that. Like you need some regular, oh, I need some deodorant or some toothpaste or some shit. But if you have everything you need, like, and I feel like I already have that. And this is what I'm doing. I hope that answers your question. Because I have food, I have walls, I have running water, I have the general sense of security that bombs aren't going to drop. Like, people aren't running up with the with the swammies. There's people in the world that's their reality. And I'm conscious of that because those people are me. Fool, you look mixed. Mixed like hell. I wish I could show y'all. A matter of fact, I should do a whole ass video. I thought about this plenty of times. Cause I did what is it? Ancestry? Wow, what a month. As expected. As expected. But truth be told, that's a very deep story. We gonna keep that on a hush. There's a very deep story behind that. But that one's in the vault for sure. We might keep it, we might just put a surface level type of jam out there. Yes, I'm taking questions. Raimi, I want to say. Raimi. Wow, as soon as I was talking about people with the shwammies pulling up. Oh, okay, that's the ambulance. I was about to say. I heard it and I saw the lights, and I was like, something ain't right. And again, it's if you go back and watch any one of my lives, there's almost one occasion. I don't like when people do this. There's almost one occasion, almost always one occasion, where there's just supreme synchronicity, for sure. And yeah, there it is. I'm definitely, well, there is no such thing as black when you want to talk about it. There's no such thing as white when you want to talk about it. It's messed up that if you go look on a government form, that the SF Standard Form 181 or Standard Form 95, can't remember the exact number, but let's be like realistic about race real quick, just real quick. Let's be realistic. It's definitely a man-made construct. Number one. Number two, if you need to define it, you have to define it by what's called like a standard form. You could define it just by like what everybody thinks it is, like black, white, whatever. But there's actually a government form that you can like make it a matter of public record what your race or ethnicity is. I think race and ethnicity are two different things. But maybe I'm wrong. But that's just me. But I say all that to say is because people say, "Oh, I'm black," right? And there isn't a geographical location on the planet that's black. Some people say there um, there are countries and on the African continent that literally translate to the word black, like Nigeria, I think is one of them. or maybe even Egypt or something like that, if I'm not mistaken. But if you look at the law, uh, it's specifically the Dred Scott case, Dred Scott v. Sanford. I'm like bouncing around a little bit, but there's just a lot to be aware about when you are going around talking about I'm black. So when somebody says, who said that Trump steak, he's not black. I actually had a video one time where I was like, I don't identify with that. But at the end of the day, my culture is what people call black. That's where I grew up, in every state that I grew up, in the country of America. And if you look at anyone who's related to me by blood, you wouldn't second guess that. I'm like, personally, because that's just the way the creator made me. But, you know, I don't even know. I feel like I'm over explaining myself, but I feel like that should be known to more people. Because most of us, I would say, are very comfortable saying I'm black and identifying with black culture. There's amazing music and amazing art that you get to align with by using the term black and identifying with that. So I'm not trying to take away from anybody, but I do want people to be mindful of the legal ramification, the legal and lawful and grammatical. Yeah, I think grammatical is the right term. Historical, even. Like, let's be knowledgeable about all the history. So, there is a black and white on the standard form for the government, which I'm circling back to. I know this is long winded. Oh wow, still rocking 19 strong. So there, it's funny because if you check the white box, they identify that as Northern African. You can still be technically from the continent of Africa if you check the white box, but if you check the black box, y'all gonna make me go on the internet. If you check the black box, they don't. They say that you are a member of the black groups. If I'm not mistaken, let me get their exact verbiage, and I'm gonna turn the camera around. Yeah, we about to go deep like that because it's always. And if you've asked other questions, I'm gonna get to your questions too if you have some patience. Standard form 181. Yeah, there we go. See that? I just Googled standard form 181, ethnicity and race. Let's click on it. All right, so this is where the form that you would fill out to make it a matter of public record what ethnicity and race you identify as. These are the definitions down here where it says racial category, check as many as apply, and these are the definitions of the category. Let's go down here to black or African American. It says, I can zoom. A person having origins in any of the black racial groups of Africa. Black racial group of Africa. Black. So, okay. I feel like that's different than the last time I read it. But if you go here to white also, I'm pretty sure this says the same thing. A person having origins in any of the original peoples of Europe, the Middle East, or North Africa. So, yeah, I just wanted to say that you can still be African and white. So from what I was saying before, I don't remember them using Africa in this or it was just black and it wasn't black or African American. But yeah, that kind of changes things. They are referring to a geographical location. So black does have ties to a geographical location. My thing is just also the black racial groups. Instead of saying Cameroon or Congo or, you know, Nigeria or what's the country I'm thinking of? Ah, Ghana. There we go. Right on the tip of my tongue. Like, they're not saying anything about that. But I guess they're also not doing individual countries of these continents either, or geographical locations. But I always found that interesting. And yeah, I'm not gonna pull. I was gonna pull up the Dred Scott case, Dred Scott v. Sanford. I don't know the exact. Let me spin this around. I don't know the exact location of where they're describing how black people they don't belong, or they could never be sovereign on American soil. Like, you would not even considered human. Even in the Constitution, I think, if I'm not mistaken, like, black people are 3/5 of a human being or something like that. 3/4 of a man, some shit. That's just history. So whenever people say the black thing, it always makes me go down that whole rabbit hole of like, yes, I am black, but do you know what that means? What are we talking about? All right, I'm done. Rant over. He's obviously white. Nah, I am part white. Yeah, for sure. And don't think that you're gonna make me feel a way about that. Like, if my Coco Melon head, wow. Yeah, that's a big one. But you know what they say about people with big heads, right? If you don't, I don't know. I don't. I've never really heard people like big-headed people or this and that. But what I always say is we're super smart because we have more room in the hippocampus right here. This is where all the good stuff happens. Oh, my guy Tyler probably left because these comments are getting crazy. Guam, what up? Guam is dope. This is wild. 30 people just chilling in here. Are you gonna drop the workout routine? Yeah, actually, that you say that the next. Weren't we supposed to edit? Damn, how quick that slipped my mind. I got caught up reading these comments. I'm gonna get through these comments. Once I get to the bottom, we're gonna start editing. That's my word. But in the video, there is a workout routine in there. I'm glad I answered your question, Unseen. I'm from all over the place, but mainly New York. Ya tú sabes. Yeah, man. Before I did the Ancestry, I actually thought that out. No, I do have a lot of Haitian relatives. There we go. I'll say that. Yeah, I always wondered that. How are job applications allowed to ask race, gender, ethnicity stuff when it's illegal to use that in the hiring decision? So why are you asking? But if I could guess, is usually what happens, and I've worked many a job. My pop's jamming out upstairs. This is my daily. So what happens is every job has a majority of ethnic or racial groups. And those majorities like to hire typically more of their group. So when you check that box and they see it and they identify it, they're like, oh yeah, we're gonna give this person more of a preference. I remember when I see it, I always get what's the word? Indignant. I feel indignant when I see the boxes and I check. I choose not to answer or prefer not to answer. Think like, come on, what are you doing? Same thing with like housing applications. When you apply for housing, they asking you what race and ethnicity you like. No, it doesn't matter. Actually, that's against the law. So, me answering this is me committing a crime, isn't it? How I look homeless in a home? Oh, I'm sorry, just talking about being patient. So ask your question, Ham Saleh. And hello, I thought I said hi to you already. Come on. I think it's different on every app because I filled one out and I had black or African American. They had back, but can't speak Spanish. Brexit Giza. What up? What up? Who's that? Jocelyn. What up, Jocelyn? Chillin'. Are there any musical or artistic influences in your art that you like to talk about? I mean, I just to go off the top, I'll give you three. It's always gonna be Prince and or Michael Jackson in the first spot. DMX, Nas. Jocelyn says, "I want to see your results." Oh, you're talking about the ancestry thing, right? Yeah, I might do that. More dad parenting content coming. Yes, yes. That's actually in the next vlog. Thank you for being patient. Oh, I think this is the end of the comments. Nice, so we can get to editing. All right, boom. Yeah, what is a Brexit Giza? It's it sounds like somebody who has ancestry in like Europe, because isn't that what Brexit is? The term sounds familiar. I feel like I should know what that is. What up, Cape Verde? I think I always talk about that. You probably said that before. Because every time I hear somebody say Cape Verdean, I think of Providence, Rhode Island. That's where all the few of my Cape Verdean friends live. Jocelyn says, I've been telling people who are in the African dysphoria should do their DNA. I mean, I was against it for a long time because I was worried about like the data harvesting. It is something to consider, for sure. Yeah, I think Aura's my clone too. She does resemble her mom. All right, this is gonna get a little rough because I gotta take the phone out of the phone holder. Just hold on a second. I hope my dad doesn't get me. Oh wow. My dad doesn't get me copyright stricken with his Michael Jackson playing, but that's all right. You know, lives don't have to be like that. Lives don't have to be monetized. For promotional use, for fair use. There we go. Somebody told me to always say that. For fair use. We already cooked. We made hot dog, chili dogs. I'm gonna support you from overseas now. Thank you, Jocelyn. I appreciate that. However, any type of support too. Any type of support for real.
I smoked and had multiple strokes. Now it's hard for me to remember things. My tip is
Happy Feet. What up? Happy Feet is always checked in. We about to edit, y'all. Even though I can't tell if the TV upstairs is overbearing. Because it might be too clashy with the audio. Look at that, 7:44, magic numbers. You already know. Come on, let's go. You know what time it is? Do you know what time it is, fam? Do you know what time it is? I edit in Final Cut Pro. I'm alright. I'm decent with it. I know a lot of quick keys. All right, we only gonna do this for like 5 minutes. I'm not trying to give away the whole vlog. All right, keep it at that. But here go the beginning that I got so far. Oh wait, can you hear it? Wait. Don't even blink. Do you hear me? When you watch, you don't blink. And control breathing. Alright, I'm gonna go full screen, full screen, full screen. Come on, Mike, give us a break. See, the reason why that's happened, the reason why I got up mad slow out the bed like that. Look at you. Go get you a brand new mattress. Let this be a mattress commercial for everybody. Get you a brand new mattress, man. My mattress is mad old. I'm working on getting a new one. That should be groaning and moaning when I get out the bed. So this tree right here is right outside of my back window, and it's when I took a picture of it and then Googled it and scanned it. Google said it's some type of invasive Japanese something. I forget what it was. But I was like, nah, it can't be. Can't be. This tree, I've seen this tree, and I've seen this tree in Africa. And I've never been to Africa. But I just knew it in my bones that it was some type of African tree. Because a lot of people don't know Florida is actually Africa. I sound crazy, right? But Google it. Go ahead. I dare you. Florida is a leftover piece of the continent of Africa when it was of West Africa when it was attached to what is now North America, and it broke off millions of years ago and floated down there, but it left that piece which is Florida, and Florida is Africa. A lot of people don't know that. And I thank my cousin for putting me on, because he also put me on to that. I didn't know that long ago. Anyway, but so I thought this was like I thought this was an African tree. And so I did more searching to prove myself right, and it at least looks like what's called a mahogany tree. So I always like really feel for this tree when I see it. I'll just say it like that. I already show you what brings me happiness. Happy feet. Living makes me happy. It's not even, my happiness isn't dependent on anything other than what I have going on inside. That is like my mythos. If you were to learn anything from Inner West, know that. Because I think that is a big problem with a lot of humans, is they don't know how to generate their own happiness. Like, and I digress with that. Catherine says, I'm Brazilian and I have no idea what my ancestry is. I feel like it's probably a mix of everything, and I'm fine with that. I'm not that worried to find out, to be honest. Right. I definitely felt like that exact way. Like, I wasn't worried at all to figure, I was excited to find out what I was and what at least their hypothesis of it is, because what they're giving you is an estimation. It's not an exact science yet, because they don't have a large enough human data pool yet. Like, they're only pulling from the small pool of data that they have. So I was very excited to learn. However, I was worried about the data harvesting. That was my thing. Sydney, the kids actually never made it to Florida. I went up to Georgia to see them. Yeah, you're right about that. That's one thing that I always tell myself, Jocelyn, is they already have everything that they need. So why should I be worried? If they wanted everything, just look at the sky, bro. Look what they do to us in the sky. It's crazy. Yeah, I got a rap for the mountain. So, am I O.J. Simpson's son? Oh, I love the connection between Catherine and Jocelyn. That's what's up. I love to see that. All right. All right, so I'm supposed to be doing voiceovers right there, and I'm supposed to make some type of a joke. I haven't really written it, but it's gonna be something like, cause I didn't you would I'm gonna also be saying that I have an injury called piriformis syndrome, which which is kind of why I'm sitting down like this right now. You can't tell, but I'm sitting down like kind of funny, cause it feels like a dog hit me in my ass. I'm not even gonna hold you. I've had it for like a couple of weeks. I want to say I can keep the pain down to like a 2 or a 1, as long as I exercise in the morning and I go for a long walk. The rest, like I'm good. I can actually like sit on it. I could put weight on it, right? But if I put weight on it and then I sit here for like more than 2 or 3 minutes, when I get up, I won't actually be getting up. I'll probably fall down and roll around on the ground for a couple times. It feels like you pulled the craziest hammy in your whole life. And I don't even really know how I got it. I mean, it's probably stress, number one. A mixture of sitting down for long hours and doing way too much when I actually be working out. Like I thought I was stretching, but apparently I needed to stretch more. And after I finish working out, I need to like stretch down. You know what I mean? Cause that shit hurt. And I guess, I don't want to say I'm getting old. Like that's so stupid. I'm not getting old. I'm gonna live till I'm like 200 years old for real. Everybody knows that. If you was born in 1980, don't think that you about to die when you. I mean, unless you want to go. Me, I'm not dying until I'm like 200. Facts. Easy. I don't care what they gotta do. AI's gonna watch. I'm telling you, AI's gonna come in. They're gonna start doing the biohacking and all of that, and we're gonna be easily live to be like 200 in this thing. And then after maybe in like 200 years from now, we could digitally upload consciousness digitally upload consciousness to the cloud. Yeah, there we go. There's no reason to be ashamed about what your ancestors did, for real. There's no reason to be ashamed for any other person's actions, ever. That is a trap. But we do have to be responsible even more because of that for our own actions. And so I will say that if you have privilege, you know what I mean? Like some of us derive a sort of privilege just based off of what we look and what other people perceive us to be. And if you know you have that privilege, maybe be gentle with other people who don't. Let's say that. There we go. Boom. You. That kid is nice with the words. The bars are to keep me in, not others out. I guess so. That reminds me of that what movie was that? The character's name is Rashad or whatever, like the Rashid test. He has like the blurry face or whatever. And he was in prison or something. And he was in line with the tray, and he was moving along with the tray. Somebody tried to like stab him or something. He hit him with the tray in the neck. Knocked him out. And then he said, "Y'all gotta remember, I'm not locked in here with you. You're locked in here with me." It's one of the greatest lines ever. Yeah, for real. The fact I get yo, I was doing a live a couple hours ago. Got a phone call, took it, I was on there for like an hour almost or something like that. I hung up the phone call, and as soon as I got off the phone call, I'm like looking at the top of my big ass hypothalamus, and I was like, oh, I didn't even end this, and I ended. So my last live, if you watch it all the way to the end, bless you if you did watch it to the end, by the way. You probably see that, and it's a little embarrassing. What up, Joanna? I wanna be 200 for sure. Under the assumption that everybody who was born after me is gonna live way past 200. I'm definitely not trying to live long enough to see my prodigy pass before me. Nobody wants to see that. I do child lifting as a workout. Nah, Catherine, you never lied. Especially you add them dips in there. When you hold in a child and you get the good squat in there, nothing like it. It's the best ever. And you know they be wiggling at the same time. So you activating the knees, the hips, the ankles. What in homoerotica? What? Funny. Nah, I'm not 45. Do I look 45? Probably. I'm an old soul, man. That was funny. There be some trolls on Friday, bro. 1985, probably. It was a great year. Jordan won Rookie of the Year. What else? Michael Jackson had some famous concert. I used to know a lot of facts about 1985 that I don't right now. Wow, we have legitimate Nazis in the building with the swastika. Wow. In 2025, we didn't evolve past this yet. I mean, of course not. Of course we didn't. Why am I acting oblivious? Like I don't know what's going on in the world. The Naruto headband is not retired. I actually just got it back when I went to go see the girls. It was misplaced and I couldn't find it. And when I saw the girls put it in like one of the suitcases and I found it, I was like, oh, she found it. It was like hanging off. It was hanging behind some coat. What a question to ask somebody. What's my biggest regret in life? What is this? You trying to turn this into a psychological clinic or whatever? A psych ward? Yeah, I reported the KK, the triple K person. Yo, Ham Saleh, I'm so sorry for mispronouncing your name, but can you like type it out phonetically for me so I can like sound it out? I feel like I'm butchering it every time I say it. Am I gonna start dating again? Oh yeah, of course. But I'm not. That's the least of my concern right now. Like I think about it a lot, but am I concerned with it? No. I think about it all the time. Samantha. So I can call you Samantha? Bet. What is my biggest dream? What is my biggest dream? My biggest dream is financial and time freedom. Those are my only dreams. I thought Cape Verdean was like East Africa. Maybe I'm thinking of Madagascar. But Jocelyn said they are West Africans. I gotta look that up on a map later. But I believe you, like I'm not. What up, Mark? Aristarco. Thank you for subscribing, my friend. Now all I ask you to do is watch the videos. Preferably a lot of the video before you click off. I know sometimes the videos could get a little, you know what I mean? Like a little slow or like they're just a little sad sometimes because my life has been a little slow and sad. It's not like fast paced and entertaining, but I'm figuring out ways to look at, you know what I mean? Like that's the beauty about YouTube is like it forces you to look at life and your own shit in a best perspective, as if somebody you want to be somebody who watches your life and smiles and laughs and is like, yeah, this is dope. You don't want to be somebody who's like looking at your life like this is troublesome. Even though some people like that, they, you know, I feel like some people on the internet they come here and especially with my type of content, they look at my shit and they're like, oh, I feel better about my life now because that's terrible. And that's still a beneficial service to society. I think is like, look how look how look how life can be. Be grateful for what you have. Summer asks, whatever, lock my hair again. I don't think so, love. I don't think so. We rocking the Caesar for a minute. I need a haircut so bad. But I'm chilling. I'm not. Even though I do YouTube and shit, and like that does require some type of like upkeep. Like I'll get a haircut at some point. It's just not that important that I'm just like running to go to the barber right now. Especially when you see the barbers and the prices of the barbers these days. Like I'm about to cut my own hair. But I really like the experience out of barber, a good barber. I miss living in New York in the late '90s, early 2000s when you could go get the everything, the haircut, the shape up, the hot towel, 25, 30. Now they want 100 plus 2025. Life. All right, the second coming. What's going on with you? Talking about the. All right, yeah, you out of here, bro, or person, whoever you are. Oh, I probably need to report you to get you out of here. I'm not even that type of person. Like I'm the biggest believer in free speech. Wow, come on, fam. All right, the second comment probably is gone. So, and I probably should end this in like the next minute. It's been an hour. Thank you for reporting these people too. Oh, yeah. Well, I mean, is that like, does that count as engagement? Is YouTube gonna pay me for that for the time that the second coming was here? Can you please say my name is Charlotte? What up, Charlotte? My Italian cousin. I think that's the Italian flag. Sorry if I'm wrong. Yo. A lot of the time, your videos pop up with the message in them that I needed to hear. Always grateful for your wise words and reminder that we are all facing some sort of challenge. Thank you. That's what they're here for. That's what I say to myself when I hit publish. Aristarco is Mark, right? Pretty sure. Yeah, I think it counts as engagement, so that is a good thing. But also, like, come on, you taking up space. Like, just the fact that I had to read that, maybe that's what makes lives also kind of entertaining for other people because they come in and then they see other people, like the person who's doing the live, they see the derogatory comments that people make in the comment section about them, and that's funny. Because unfortunately, yeah, like I already said, man, humanity is kind of fucked. NY Pizza or Chicago? I've never been to Chicago, so I can't say for sure. But NY Pizza is gonna be hard to deal with. I'll tell you that. Why do I stop after an hour? I don't know. I just feel like I've been doing this for so long, and I don't. I have to edit my video. I told people we was gonna edit together. I didn't do that. It's just not. I feel like it's not the right time. I don't want people to really to see that much of the video before. Like I don't mind it, but also it's probably dumb boring. I was putting myself in the position of the person who would be watching this later on after the fact, after it gets uploaded and they not here live, which the more I think about, they don't even really matter anyway. But I was like, is watching me edit really entertaining like this? Or is and then also there's people in the comments like, yo, if you don't talk to me, I'm reporting you. And then my dad is blasting the music upstairs. Like, I'm gonna have to put my headphones on to really get into my edit. Have you seen what they did to the frogs? Oh, first of all, hello to everyone who said hi and I didn't say hi back. I want to be mindful of all of you who are here and said hi. Hello. I hope you subscribe. I hope you hit the bell so when I upload videos that I spend hours and hours and hours editing, you see them and you enjoy them. You get something from them. I hope that they touch you. I hope they make you, if you don't actually share it in the digital realm, you like take an idea and you share it with somebody, or you ruminate on the idea and it gives you, it's like fodder for your creative process, because that's what I'm big on here is the creative process. In addition to like showing my life as a creator who's just kind of like starting, even though I'm not, like I've always been an artist and a creator and had these dreams of just not making a living off of my creations, but having the world look at it and respect it, at least. Had these dreams of the world seeing it, and even if they don't respect it, even if they disrespect it, at least they acknowledge it, or they had to go through some length to get there to see it. And so it's still some type of a seed or memorable event in their life. And all that really is saying is, I just want to impact other people's lives. That's all that really is. And the best way to do that is art. That's what art is. That's what being creative is. Okay. I haven't seen what they did to the frogs though, Eric. Is there something important that we should all know about the frogs? Yeah, Jocelyn, you said TikTok lives allow us to pay him too. I do appreciate everything that people donate to whenever or wherever. But if I was to have a preference, if I was allowed to have one, I would say just cash out me, because these platforms be taking percentage I'm pretty sure YouTube takes 30% of everything. As far as like direct donations. Now AdSense, that's a whole nother mystery I don't know about. Can't tell you about that. But I do have a TikTok and I am present on there. So but I post like once a day around 10:30 after I do my little workout and shit. It's hard. It's kind of it's a quagmire. You know what that means? A quagmire is like a very difficult situation, like damned if you do, damned if you don't type of a situation. A catch-22, if you will, about posting on TikTok and YouTube. Because both of them you could do, I think you can do better on YouTube than you can do on TikTok when we're talking finances. TikTok will probably blow you up faster than YouTube. But TikTok is also a different type of a culture where you need to be fast. It's they want content that's like 10, 15, 30 seconds. Nobody on TikTok really does long form like that. And not to say that there's not room for that or somebody could do that and they could break break the whole whatever's regular now. They could change it. But what I've built on YouTube for me is more substantial than what I have on TikTok. Like TikTok, I just do it every day because I acknowledge it. Like I went so long without acknowledging TikTok at all. Like I was like, nah, I'm not trying to do that. I got Instagram. Why do I need Instagram 2.0? But I have come to respect the TikTok for sure. Especially when I saw what it could do for like shopping. If you get on TikTok shop, let me tell you something. Let me tell you something about TikTok shop. If you get on TikTok shop and sell something, if you have, it's just really cool to see that. It's like seeing Home Shopping Network. You remember that? Home Shopping Network? It's like seeing that reinvented. Because people like literally boop boop and they bought something that fast. They don't even think about it. And all you have to do is hook them the right way, press the emotional buttons, they buying. Boop, boop. And you will make stupid money. Shit going out the door. So that makes me want to be on TikTok like that. That's cool, but I love the art form of YouTube more than I love the art form of TikTok. TikTok is very quick. YouTube is long. People come, like they sit down, they make up their mind that they're buying in from the very jump, and it's not so hooky. Even though I like this video right here, I'm racking my brain right now for what is the hook. What am I gonna say in the first 2 or 3 seconds to get the person buying into the video at first, and then what am I gonna say right after the hook to keep them watching? That's how you have to look at it. Like, if you want to be successful, I believe there's some people who don't really do that and they are successful, and that's what my whole last video was about. But that didn't get really received well. I only got like 575 views on that last video, and it's been at 575 views for like 2 weeks. That means nobody is watching in like 2 weeks. So YouTube stopped pushing it out. People stopped clicking on it. The only videos that's really doing numbers right now are like the videos that look like they might have some drama or some tea in them. And I can't stand that bullshit. So I'm doing my best to like become a better storyteller and like get people interested in my shit for that, like my storytelling and the way I edit. Like I really, when I watch other YouTube channels and I see the way people edit and they're really good at this shit, like this guy who I just watched today, Callaway, he's so good at it. Like, and he gives a lot of game away. And yeah, there's a lot of vloggers out there that I know and respect, and I'm like, I want to get that good with my shit, with the editing, the shooting, the planning, the shot list, you know? Yeah. All right, let me get to these. Nayama. Gold Reaper. Humanity is amazing. There are some bad parts, but there are still beautiful parts too. Absolutely. Yeah, I did say earlier that humanity is fucked there, and I did. I'm right there with you, Gold Reaper. But I do feel like we're cooked. To a certain extent. I love the optimism. I'm right there, right there. That's the bipolarity from ear to freaking ear every day. It's like we're great, we're awesome, we have so much potential, but then I'm like, ah. All right, I'm gonna take my phone. No, I'm not even gonna do that because then my hands are gonna start going staticky. What's the favorite thing to do with my OG since I've been back with him? Samantha asked. What is my favorite thing to do with my dad? We just coexist well, I think. We do, you know? I can't really say much more than that. Like, I love my dad to death. I love my dad to life. He is definitely a cornerstone in my life, for sure. And I'm grateful for that because it didn't have to be that way. I could have always remained in my feelings and said that I was never going to reconcile this relationship, but I'm so happy I did, you know? But yeah, coexisting with my dad is one of my favorite things to do with him. He's also a big music head like me. He loves to talk about music. We could talk about that all day long. My dad is a crate digger for sure. He knows a lot about the funk era, the disco era, um, R&B. I'll say he has a really good grasp and knowledge of as well. Definitely pop music, but you know, stuff in his time, and also stuff in my early days, which is dope for me because I love thinking about my early days and how music played a part in my life. Like you know that song called "The Sound of Music." You know what I'm talking about? Everybody's heard the song "Sound of Music." It's like this. I'm gonna just hum it a little bit. Don't laugh. Do 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 do. You know what song I'm talking about, right? Doom boom boom doom doom boom boom. You know what song I'm talking about. Do you remember the first time you heard that song? I remember the first time I heard that song. Yeah. So like I just say all that to say music has this crazy effect on you. Like especially when you go back. And it was so much more pure, I wanna say back in like the late 80s, early 90s because there wasn't that this much noise. Like people had TVs, but it wasn't like you might have had one TV in your crib. Now people got like a TV in every room and there's your phone, there's a computer, everything plays music. The radio was a sacred object, is what I'm trying to say. So I used to go to sleep with the radio and yeah, like you know, like the R&B after dark shit that they used to play while I'm trying to go to sleep and yeah, good times, man. Gold Reaper says life is what you let yourself see. That's true. Perspective is key. Hi, Tots Ramsey. Hello. Puerto Rico, Boriquen. Joey the Roach, what up? Hold up, I'm slipping. I don't want to say hola. What's the way Puerto Ricans always greet each other? Ah, I'm slipping. But yeah, sorry, I ain't been back on the island in a minute. I was about to say Puerto Rico's the only other country I've been to, but I forgot they're a state now. But We know the story behind that. Taínos. Tiffany says I need to focus on editing. For real, for real. I'll get to it. I'll probably stay up late tonight. Thank you, Mark, for the support. Yeah, I've been working out every day, man. That back better be looking good. Thank you, Tiffany. All I gotta do is, more core work. The core. And but I love rice. I feel like if I give up rice and cheese, I can get it. I can get it in like 2-3 weeks. But I love rice and cheese, bro. Ah. What are we doing while I build my pistol? Evo, you building a pistol for real? Like from like you got it sent to you and or you just cleaned it and you putting it back together type. Robbie, what up? Still here. Robbie said, I love your videos, the gems you drop here and there. I feel like I read that. Watching them makes me feel like I'm back at home, like you're my big bro. Y'all remind me a lot of each other. That's what's up. Shout out to big bro back at home. I see you, Aubrey. What up? Welcome to the chat. Thank you for the comment about the NY video. Yeah, my little cousin, Aria. Yeah, it's Aria. I always want to call her Araya because I have another friend of mine whose daughter's name is Araya, but her name is Aria, and it's easy to remember because Aura. And it's so funny, like that wasn't even planned at all. And their names are so close to each other. I read this ill quote, and it's something that I always knew, bro. I always knew. Okay, so basically, I don't remember the exact quote, but the idea of it is the gist of it is all the ideas in the universe or in the world. Let's just keep it in the world are floating around in the air, and we all get them. We all share them. So there's like really nothing new. It's just like a cloud, right? Like clouds, they're always in the sky. They're always there. They just, they evaporate and they rain and the rain falls down into the ocean and then the water from the ocean evaporates and reforms the cloud. But the cloud is always there, it just changes structure. So ideas are the same way. Like they're always there, but once our brain receives them, our personal experience and being and perspective shapes it into the cloud. So I started to say all of that. Why? Oh, because our daughters have such similar names, like sounding names. So I always love to see that happen in life. Little coincidences like that. Someone said to me one time, coincidence is God's way of staying anonymous. Mark said, if you are the one person, what will you do? I don't really know what you mean by that, my friend. If I'm the one person, maybe you wrote something earlier. Happy feed. Do I have Venmo? Yes. If you go into the description in my videos, all of the information is there. Thank you. Can't Cash App if you're not in the United States. Really? Dang, that's messed up. Well, there's Venmo. There's Zelle, I think. Yeah, I appreciate it though. I should start putting my email in there. Like, I feel like there's not an easy way to contact me. Like, do you really have to wait until I do a live to catch me and ask me a question, like personally like this? I don't know. But we'll work it out if you really want to. Yeah, I'm trying to think. But if you go into those descriptions, they all have my information in there. If you go to Instagram, you can DM me. Bam, there you go. We could do it like that. Mark, I'm not understanding your questions, fam. I think you're asking them in real time, and like by the time I read it, I don't get, the context. I think that's what's happening. Tots Ramsey asks, "What are my videos usually about?" Videos are always about my life, and I know that's vague and broad, right? So, who I am and what I do is my name is Matt in like government terms, and online in the digital realm, I go by NOS. And what I do is I make music, I do YouTube, of course, and my vlogs are, like I said, all about my life. And what my life consists of mostly is being a dad. Although right now the situation is kind of messy, and I'm currently living in Jacksonville, Florida, away from my two daughters with my dad was born in 1951. If you do the math, that's 74. My dad is 74 years old. I live with my dad. I'm 39 years old, and this just happened like 2 months ago. And the story gets a lot deeper, but if you're interested and curious about exactly what the story is, go watch the videos because it's all there. Plug. Nice. I hope that answers your question, Miss Ramsey. Samantha says giggity gut. Giggity giggity. Yo, Quagmire is one of my. Are these comments from when I was talking about Quagmire? Oh snap! Well, yeah, Quagmire is one of my favorite words, and it's the name of that character in Family Guy. Sorry to hear about your dog, Nicole. For real though, sorry to hear about your dog. I have two dogs who I haven't seen in 2 months. Haven't been able to pet, so I feel your pain. My heart goes out to you. Wow. All right, I'm just gonna. I feel I'm not gonna skip anybody's comment. I'm not gonna do that. Tiffany says I should break down my YouTube videos into smaller digestible content on TikTok. I've thought of that and I've tried it, and the reason why it doesn't work is because there's really no like there's moments, but the moments all consist of my children, as far as I think. So if it's outside of like my children, it's contextual. You need the whole thing to get what I'm saying in a moment. Like I don't really drop like one liners. I'm more like you know what I mean? Like I think you understand what I'm saying. I'm not gonna over explain myself. Samantha, shorts. I keep hearing that shorts hurt a channel because YouTube just never fixed the algorithm, and therefore when people come to your channel and watch shorts, it hurts your channel because YouTube reads it as people are coming to watch your videos and then they're stopping for however long the short is, and therefore they don't promote your long form videos. That's what I keep hearing from people who like know what they're talking about on YouTube. So I don't do too many shorts, but sometimes I am inspired to do them, and I am going to continue to do them. So thank you for saying that. Oh shit, it's Sean Paul. Yo, that's funny. Um, I used to know a lot of Sean Paul's lyrics. I can't think of them right now off the spot, but Sean Paul is one of the greatest lyricists of all time. So respect to him. And thank you for the compliment. I'll take that as a compliment. What up, Louisiana? OG Prophet. Good looking for clicking. Can I cover the camera for a Lamar Johnson edit? What does that mean? What is? Where are you? Mark, I'm from New York. God, with the way AI is actively eating my career, I can't help but feel that we're screwed. Butterbear, are you a traveling agent? Cause yo, I just heard that it's over for all travel agents. Chat GPT, you can go to Chat GPT at this point. Should I even say this? Because Shorty just said this is not good for her career. Assuming that you're a travel agent. I've already said it, but you can go to Chat GPT and be like, yo, book me a flight, find me a cheap ticket, and it will do that for you. Like, travel agents are, unfortunately, unless they can figure out a way to put themselves in the middle of the customer and AI. That means they have to adopt AI and figure out a way to make it the best AI agent to book a travel agent. Yo, when you think about, yo, we could make a whole video talk forever about AI, and this will really be a 3 hour live, because ever since the invention of, I feel like I've always known AI was coming, and now that it's here. Oh, in live now to not have permanent suspension? Is that real? That can't be real. That's funny. That somebody went through their, somebody went out of their way to make an account called notifications, put the bell as their default, and say in live now not to have permanent suspension. Like, if they were gonna suspend me for being live, why would they let me? Yeah, the warning is fake. Thank you, Tiffany. Come on. Oh, okay. So I'm now catching up to the comment sections where I was doing the music, the sound of music. The art of noise. Thank you. I knew every time I said the sound of music, I was like, that doesn't sound right, but I'm strong and wrong, baby. But the art of noise. Yes, thank you, Neek. The first time, do you remember the first time you heard that song? Oh my God. Yo, that song changed my life. All right, Camden, you out of here, fam. I don't even, I hate that I gotta do that. Like, be an adult. Or even children shouldn't do that. I'm gonna put you down as harassment. Now they want me to choose one. This is harassing me. Colin, if you was gonna give a $500 donation, fam, why ask? You think I'm gonna send it back? Like, nah, I'm too good for 500. Who does that? Trinity, yes, I would love a new sub. Appreciate you. ¿Qué es la queje? Is how Puerto Ricans say what's up. ¿Qué es la queje? ¿Qué es la queje? There we go. I knew they had their own joint. Nigeria, can you help me with some money? Yo, that's deep. Sorry and blessings. I'm here for the men. Our men need love. Women have been causing issues. What I will say about that is I've noticed on the internet, maybe in the past year, two, maybe even 4 years, definitely the past 3 years, I have seen an uptick, an exponential uptick of this weird divide between masculine and feminine. Everything is masculine in this and feminine in that. And I'm like, yo, I get it. Like, there's definitely masculine traits, feminine traits, and we all should be aware of them. But like, when did it become so important that that's all we talk about? Maybe it's just like the algorithm thinking that that's what I want to hear, and so that's what it shows me. I don't know. But thank you for. I don't want you to take sides, Keeper. Don't take sides. It's not about time. Me, I'm biased, so you know I'm gonna be the quick one to be like, yo, women is wilding these days, da da da. But everybody's wilding, yo. It's a human problem, and it's not really our fault. Like, just look in the sky every day. Who knows what that's doing? Who knows? Hi, Naz got Faz. Samantha said the editing process might be helpful. Yo, it's just so much. There's so much. Just watch editing videos on YouTube. Oh, I just read a comment that said, "What's up, Pops?"
What's up?
You're not on camera though, just so you know.
Cool.
Oh, that's weird. Happy feet. It's Matt. It's at MATT period studies. And the studies may be with a Z. I'm not exactly sure. And I'm almost sure if you go into any one of my, it's not in this video, it's in any one of my previous videos. If you go into there, it usually has it. Like 99% of the time. Not the lives, but like the vlogs, I mean. It's raining here, Samantha. Oh, appreciate that. I just saw that, yo. Everything counts. Brazil's in here. What up? I'm just catching up to my aim comment. Don't worry, don't worry. If you comment right now, I'm coming. I'm coming. I'm getting there. Luisa Valtellini. Luisa Valtellini. Hey. All right, I'm catching up. Hey man, I've been watching your channel. I think you blocked me. I don't recall blocking anybody ever. I don't block people just so I don't have to remember who I blocked. And if I blocked you, I don't think you would be here right now. So I don't really know how to explain that. Yo, Isaiah George, YouTube said that they were hiding your comment for review, so I just showed it to see what it said. And it's an eggplant, a peach, and that's the Trinidadian flag, right? I don't really know what you mean, fam. But what up to Trinidad? Oh, baby Jesse. Yeah, I remember that. You're not blocked. I do remember you saying some weird stuff though. So what I probably did to the weird stuff that you were getting on sometime is I'll just like downvote the comment and so it goes to the very bottom. But I don't block anybody. You just gotta be mindful of what you're talking about, you know what I mean? I don't really play around like that. Sometimes I thought you were saying some things that were too aggressive, I would say. There's no need to be aggressive. Trust me. I don't like, you know what I don't appreciate about the internet is I don't appreciate the things that people they only say because they have the security of hiding behind a keyboard. Like if you're not gonna say that to me in real life, don't say it. But we had an hour and a half, so what's up? What are we doing? Are we editing? I'm supposed to be editing. That's what I'll be doing if I wasn't doing this right now. Joy Joseph said it did you good. But this has been dope, man. It's cool to be in here and commune with people. Nah, you wouldn't talk like that in my face. What you just typed right there I don't give a damn. I'll say it to your face. I guarantee you will say it to my face. It would never get to that. You wouldn't be able to get the words out. And it's not about being sensitive. It's just your tone. You have to whisper that to get it out. What are you talking about? Looped with Lynn, we already cooked dinner. It was actually what I broke my whole fast with, so I might have to cook again. What's you made another one of those hot dogs?
Yep.
We made chili dogs. They were slamming. Oh, you just chopped it up?
Yeah.
There's no more left though?
Mm-hmm.
It's alright, cause there's still some in the fridge.
There's more.
Alright. Yeah, I might bust that down. You're like a therapist and even better because I tell you the truth to your face. All I said to you was that it's okay to have dreams, but you have to take care of your business. Nah, you said way more than that, fam. You would, nah. Yeah, chili dogs, yo. Chili dogs be hitting, especially if you haven't had one in a while. They bring it back. That shit look like a prison window. Yeah, man, you gotta do some research about Jacksonville. Why do all of these houses here have these? It's a good question to ask yourself. I mean, I feel like I should do more research myself because I'm like, do I even know? But I know a little bit of the history, the things that were told to me over the years, and why a lot of these houses here have bars over their windows. My house is not the only house. Trust and believe. We're gonna take them down though. We just waiting to get some new windows. When we get some new windows, we're gonna take the bars down. I don't remember everything I'm not memorizing the things that you said, but it's not, like I said, it's not about me taking it the wrong way. I know disrespect through a text. My disrespect sense is keen. It's legitimate, and it's not being sensitive. Disrespect is disrespect. And you know who gets to define disrespect for me? Me. Just like you get to define disrespect for you. So, if you say something disrespectful, I might let you slide one time, but if you do it repeatedly, and also I'm not for like the double texting type of thing. Like if you comment 10 times, and 8 out of your 10 comments is disrespectful to me, you're getting the thumbs down. So that's probably what happened. And you seem like you're taking that personally. And you shouldn't. Because it's just YouTube at the end of the day. I don't affect your life. You don't affect mine. You have a choice to be here, fam. Just like I have a choice to be here. And I'm here for me. I didn't come to your channel. Do you even have videos? What up, Australia? What up, Nemesis? From down under. I have a friend from Australia. She's one of the nicest people I've ever met in my life. I love the Australian trope of like danger being something so simple for you all. Like rattlesnakes. Like y'all don't even bat an eye. They're like, oh, it's just a rattlesnake. Oh, that's just a tarantula. Oh, that's just a big ass knife. Oh yeah, that's what you said, something like that too. I believe a lot of channels want cult following, and I believe you're one of them. I want whoever wants to be here to be here. It's not about being a cult following. Actually, I do prefer a cult following. And now that I think about it, yeah, for real, yeah, I would love a cult following. But cult as in like people who care about me and people who they see I upload, they like, I'm gonna go watch it before I watch any other thing. Like that type of a cult. Not the type of a cult who just think that like my shit don't stink or like I could do no wrong, or cult like they need to go figure out who my enemies are so they could bang on them through their keyboards. No, that's not what I'm here for. So if that answers your question, if that changes your perception of what you believe, then let that do that. Bombaclad! Disney, get the heck out of here. Oh yeah, after Disney's energy is weird, right? Like you could feel it through the text. That's why I be downvoting some of their comments. And they act like they oh so innocent and never did anything wrong. Like, whatever. So you'll say a therapist is disrespectful when they tell you the truth? No. And are you really a therapist? Shouldn't you be doing therapy right now? These are prime therapy hours. And I didn't ask you for therapy, if that's what you're trying to do. And just because you're a therapist doesn't mean that you're like better than anybody or you are properly equipped to diagnose whatever it is that what's happening in my life because you only get my life through YouTube. So that would be your first mistake as a professional therapist, in my eyes. Thanos in the house. Yeah, for real, Robbie. Like, it's cool. I love how people always want to compare me to how I look to somebody. Like, I don't know who Shea Bolton is, Lou Graham, but I get it so much. Like, um, who are the two R&B singers? John B and the other dude from the UK who was like Monday, dun, 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 Tuesday. What was his name? David something. I always get those. What up, Lou? I love your vibe, Joy. I love people who love other people's vibes and spend time and energy to comment on that. Cause I do that all the time. I always let people know about their energy when it's good. When it's bad, sometimes you don't know what people are going through, so they don't want to hear about their energy in that moment. They don't want to hear how negative they or closed off their energy is, or aggressive their energy is. Finding Peace with Tia said, I left the chat before I could hear what you said about solo leveling. Do you mind repeating? Not at all. Let's talk about solo leveling. Solo leveling. The anime in which people do not give enough justice on one hand, and on the other hand, I see why these people are mad because these people hype it so much because it is one of the most peak animes I've ever seen. Like, I can't get enough of that anime. Like I've watched the whole thing probably twice. It's not that many episodes, as you know. I think they're only like 12 or something like that. Maybe 2 seasons. It's so good. I love that it's an adult anime. It's not centered around high schoolers. Number one, like I'm so much like now as I guess because I'm older. Like I'm not really into the trope of always having to watch high schoolers go through their high school or even go through like adult situations while they're in high school. Like I'm not really a fan of that as much anymore. But I get it why shonen does that is because it is about coming. All of those stories about coming of age. But back to solo leveling. It's in a realm of adults. I love the idea. It seems like it's actually feasible. Like a dimension colliding with ours, and then like these pockets or portals open up into another one, and you have to go like basically through dungeons, and you can raid the dungeons, and everybody has like a power. Some people don't. Like that story is so deep to me. The voice actor in the Japanese, of course. I can't remember. Jin Woo is the main character, but I'm thinking about one of the other S class hunters, the blonde girl who follows him around. Yeah, she doesn't follow him around, but you know, it's like she kind of figures out who he is towards the end before he even reveals who he is. The story is great. Like there's very little plot holes. I love anime that basically horrifies you in the beginning. It's terrorizing almost. Where you have like the only other anime I saw do what Solo Leveling did was Attack on Titan. The whole like damn near the whole first season of Attack on Titan is no wins. They just shit on you as the audience the whole time, yo. You can't you like you think you have hope, you think there's like, oh, this moment is so nice, and then horrifying moment happens right after that. Like some main character who you thought was definitely gonna make it to the end gets whacked. I love shit like that. And that shit keeps me on my toes. I'm so good at storytelling myself. I feel like even though I'm tooting my own horn for sure, is I follow stories so well. Like I know who's gonna live to the end basically from the very beginning because nobody breaks the trend. Nobody breaks the trope. Like once the main characters are established, you're like, okay, we know this person is gonna make it out of the situation. It's just how are they gonna make it out of the situation? But when the writers go through the effort to killing off whoever they want to kill off, I'm like, this is great. Thank you for keeping me on my toes. So I hope that answers the question. I think it's a great anime, Finding Peace with Tia. Lou Graham says, came to Australia, lived in Australia all my life. That's what's up, man. Um, yeah, like I said, I want to get down there and experience Australia. I want to experience the Aborigines. I want to experience Sydney. Yeah, for sure. It really does. T. Lee said Mercury retrograde brings them out. I tell you, it really does. I mean, every day brings them out. People just. I was having this conversation with somebody like an hour ago about being optimistic about humanity and seeing the greatness and the potential in all of us. And at the same time, the very same time, within the same breath, acknowledging the very worst of us. Taínos in Arizona for sure. All right, F Disney. This is the last thing I'm gonna say, right? Let's keep it logical, okay? Let's keep it logical. You said if I don't praise you or block you, if you don't praise me, I'll block or thumbs you down. You could say something that doesn't have anything to do with praising me, as long as it makes sense and it's not aggressive towards anybody or anything. You're not condescending in any way or any shape or form. You're sharing something helpful or beneficial. Helpful and beneficial is different than praise. If you say something like that, I'd give you a thumbs up. I'd give you a heart. I've even thumbed up and given you hearts for things that you haven't said, that weren't that or like that. Things that you said that made sense, that aren't necessarily praising, but real. I kind of remember saying that to myself. I said, yeah, this person was talking crazy before, but this comment kind of makes sense. Thumbs up. I've done that for you before. But yet here you are, picking a fight. For what? You heard that? You know what you playing with, bro? Ma'am? You playing with God's children, bro. Just chill, relax, enjoy the show. If you're not enjoying it, peace out. I definitely watched Dandadan, Lynn. Definitely watched Dandadan. One of my favorite. I feel like the list of my favorite animes are never ending because it's just so good. I love it so much. But Dandadan is very special to me because I see where they took chances and they knew that people were gonna hate it. They knew people were gonna be like, "Oh hell no, this is too much." For one, when in the very beginning when what's her name? Wow, it's been a minute since I've seen it. I read the manga, but I don't watch the anime because it's something that Aura and I used to do, and I know the second season came out, and I'm kind of waiting for Aura to do that. I'm one of those. I'm one of those people who like, if I start watching it with you, I want to continue to watch it with you. But I do read the manga. So anyway, I can't remember the Momo is her name, the main character. That girl's strong. In the very first episode, she gets abused, and she's like a teenage girl. I know that was gonna piss people off, and it did piss a lot of people off. And so because that pissed people off, and I just said that I liked it, I just have to explain it, and it might piss people off. So there's your preface. But it was something that I think almost all of us have seen in real life, in high school. For whatever reason, a girl breaks up with a dude because the dude was an actual jerk, and he says something like really off-putting to her. And if she's nice as Momo Asaki, I want to say her name is. If she's as physically gifted, because when I say physically gifted, I mean like martial arts wise. Like shorty, she could throw a roundhouse and land it on homie's face. You saw how she did that, and it looked great. I thought she was gonna floor the dude, but she didn't. Like he just kind of like shoved it aside, and like I forgot what he did. He like pushed her or something, and so that I just appreciated that they were real enough about that. And there's a couple of other areas too, like the part where she's in the abandoned building, and the alien dudes, I forget what they're called. I used to know everybody's name and what they were called. Like I'm a big fan of Danadan. Please don't don't judge me. But yeah, that scene was crazy, and you know, if you know what a scene I'm talking about, you know what I'm talking about. F Disney still talking. All right. Like I've let you live, F Disney. I've let you live, but like, come on, fam. Bye. You have something else to do. If I bother you that much, leave. Just want Craig David. Thank you, Happy Feet. Craig David. You know who I'm talking about. Do I really look like Craig David though? Maybe a little bit. Definitely the same skin tone. Yo, this is almost 2 hours long. I need to make dinner, and I try to go to bed at 9:30 so I can try to fake wake up at 5:30. And I still want to edit. Like that's right there, just calling my name. And yeah, I'm over here yapping with y'all. Oh, Solo Leveling got anime of the year. See? Yeah, the anime was it was so beautiful to see the frames. Like normally when you see fight scenes, they don't, even though I saw a fight scene that was kind of like carbon copy a Jujutsu Kaisen fight scene. But a lot of times mangakas will do that to pay homage to another anime. But yeah, definitely dope. If Pinocchio says my nose will grow now and his nose doesn't grow, is he telling the truth or is he lying? Let me read that one more time. Faith says, if Pinocchio says my nose will grow now, right, because his nose grows when he's lying, and his nose doesn't grow, huh? What the fuck? If he says my nose will grow now, but his nose does not grow, is he lying or telling the truth? That's a great, yeah, that's a quagmire. There you go. Oh, Disney. I thought I blocked you. Why are you still here? Maybe you're gonna disappear at some point. Do I look like I'm sweating? Where? Oh, Casey, you want to talk about Fire Force? No, you don't. You didn't even watch it. Nobody watched. Comment Fire Force or put the fire emoji in the comment box if you watch Fire Force. And when I say you watched it, I mean you watched the whole first season. If you got through the whole first season, you could definitely. Oh, is my battery dying? I'm on 19. Yeah, Mark, I'm not. I'm good. Like. Hi, Drew. Hi, SMK from Brazil. There we go. Ah. Bloop. Like, come on. I pray for people, man. People out there are going through it, fam. Send a prayer for that person, whoever F Disney is. They need some help. Talking about their therapist. Why are you on here lying? You are not a therapist. That was not very therapeutic. Like, if your therapist never lets you talk, if your therapist listen to you say something, right? And then you're finished doing what you're saying, and then they condescend you, they badger you right off the top, right after you say something, you would look at them like, and before you even get the chance to say anything else, they do it again. And then they do it again. And then they do it again. You would walk out the fucking door and you would ask for a refund. Mark says, my brother is like anime. I like anime too. So have a good day, man. We respect you for that. And I like Solo Lovely. Alright, Mark, that's what's up, baby. Yeah, man. Anime is life, fam. It really is. Like, I can't stress it. I even told people on my last one, like, yo, if you don't watch anime, that's an egregious error on your behalf. I always think about doing anime content here. I tried to do it this particular way a video ago, like just putting it out there. And the video got taken down because of copyright. And I rightfully so. Like, I don't want people to be able to watch anime I mean, I take that back. I do want people to be able to watch anime content for free because it belongs to the world. Like, give it out. But I also want the mangaka, the animators, the people in Japan who are legislating their Congress right now, or their government, or whatever it is, for like better working conditions, because they're apparently always overworked and underpaid, or damn near don't get paid. It's like, it's a well-known fact that there's a big problem in that industry. So I want them to get paid the top dollar, even though Crunchyroll be bugging. When I first got Crunchyroll years and years and years ago, it was like $8 for like the simulcast shit. Now it's like 13. So they raising the price on the customer. I don't see why nobody else is getting paid. Peace, Mark. Right, T Lee? Something was like really wrong with them. But I've met people like that in real life. Like, they're spasmodic almost. Like, cannot go away. Like, right now they're probably creating another Google account to come back. That's how real it is for some people, yo. Dude, I have a giant. Oh, I thought you was talking about my joint. I was like, that's not a pimple. That's a little. That shit appeared like 7 or 8 years ago. This shit just said bloop right out of nowhere. I saw it. Like, it happened in one day. I was like, I thought it was a pimple. I popped my shit. Boop. That shit came right back. So that's what I thought you were saying, Tiffany. But you're saying you have a giant pimple in the middle of your forehead. In an interview in 2 days, can you send out a prayer for my healing? Please? the divine universe, the one of us of many, we are sending healing, glowing, vivacious vibes to Tiffany Rodriguez, wherever she may be, for her interview in 2 days. May her skin be flawless, and may she get hired before she says hello. As soon as she walks through the door, they say, "You're hired. Thank you very much." And the reason why I do that too, because people always be talking about, yo, I'm gonna make a prayer for you. So do it right now. That's what type of time I'm on. You want to send me a prayer? Show me. I need video evidence. People be typing, "Oh, sending prayers. You ain't get on your knees." You didn't. Hi, I'm from O Block. Are you in the gang? Mamo. I don't know. I don't know what O Block is. Sorry if that's offensive. And Mamo, I don't know which gang you are referring to, friend. Tia, you ain't watched no Fire Force. Happy birthday, Mark. What you got planned, family? That, my friend, is male pattern baldness. Know what you mean? For real though, he needed help clearly. Yo, for real, for real. This is what I mean by like the AIM chats from back in the day. Flow Edit said, "I just pushed my grandma down the stairs and she let out a fart." What is INC doing? Lately, I've been going back and watching your old van life videos. That's what's up. Some good times. Appreciate that. Happy feet. Yo, for real, you said that, Tia. That was funny. Thank you for that, Dionysus. Dionysus? The Ambivalent. That's a strong name. Yeah. I guess I'm going to call it, man. 2 hours in. I've never done a 2-hour live before, but you guys just kept me in here, kept me talking. It's so funny when people jump in, like P World Mob said, gay. I think that's funny, right? Because it's 2025. Like, gay isn't even a derogatory term anymore. Like, so what? If somebody's gay, so like, what does that mean? Are they less of a human? Are they fucking up somehow in society because they're gay? What it does show for me though is like, if you think something's wrong with it, and that's the first thing on your mind. So if the first thing on your mind is something that you think is wrong, I think that's the the patent definition of homophobic. Cause like you're scared of it's like the boogeyman. Like what? Nobody's even paying attention to you, fam. Give with love. You was working. That shit sent a chill up my fucking spine, bro. That shit was dumb strong. Yo, I almost cried just now, bro. I feel like that hit something in the back. Tia's still waiting for the Fire Force talk. All right, Tia, let's do it. Let's do it. Let's jump in. Let's talk about the Fire Force. Even though I got 15% left on my battery. Here comes another one. Yeah, man. I have a family, distant relative who was struck by lightning, so I always feel that it's actually possible for me to get struck by lightning, and I don't really strike it out. I guess I'm happy that I'm in the house, even though lightning can strike your house, but for what reason? Oh, let me turn out. I was about to say, let me turn out the lights, but that would be me sitting here in the dark. Yeah, for real. That yo, I hope that this goes like it actually uploads. I know 2 hour a video and people probably will not see it. I'll probably name this video "I got struck by lightning," some shit like that. Cause people need to see that. That was I can't wait to. I'm gonna go watch it back myself tomorrow. All right, we supposed to be talking about Fire Force. I feel like another big one is coming. Maybe not. That's too far. All right, so Fire Force, right? It came out 2018. I watched it by accident because I was like bored one day and I was like, oh, I like the art. I like the what caught my eye was the blue strips on the Fire Force jackets because it was like neon and it was glowing and I was like, oh, what's that about? So I started watching it and I was like automatically hooked from the beginning because the sound effects were so different than everything I had heard before. They were using like this, I don't even know how to describe it. It's definitely like an 808 bass sine wave mixed with like a laser sound, like a piercing laser sound every time the main character Shinra he activate. Yeah, people dipped when I started talking about anime. I don't care. We talk about anime all day. Um, yeah, every time he activates his powers, that sound was addicting to me. So I kept watching it. Then I was like, yo, the story is actually kind of deep because spontaneous combustion is a thing. Um, so I love their storytelling on that, and the characters are very very addicting. I love how I know it says a lot about me, but judge me how you want to judge me. I love what's it called? I don't know. I think it's really just hentai in kind of a way. Like I enjoy when they do the fan service a lot. Not a lot to where it's like crude or like it's distasteful, I should say. But when it's done in good taste and then you go to the effort of making fun of you providing the fan service, like one of the main characters, she has something called the lecture lore, if you know what I'm talking about. And for what it is, I'm in the third season. We still don't really know the purpose of it. If it does have one purpose, it's because one of the antagonist characters is probably the one of the most the characters with the most firepower, and he has an uneven power scale. So if he was to join the fight, he would subdue the good guys, and therefore this character, I think her name is Tamaki, she has something called a lecture lore. It serves no other purpose but to like periodically show her and her vulnerables, let's just say, and like her underwear or whatever. And the only time we see it do any type of a benefit other than fan service is because the character would on the evil guy side, the bad guy side. And I hope I'm not ruining this for anybody who hasn't seen the anime yet, but he can't fight when that happens to him in front of his eyes. He's just not built like that. So I thought that was dope. What up, Gokilo? YouTuber 16. Thank you, Marco. Mark. Yeah, we're talking about Fire Force. Mark, you watch Fire Force? That's what's up. If there's 3 of us in here watching Fire Force, that's enough for me. We're good friends until my battery dies in like the next few minutes. Oh, maybe I should plug this in because if my battery dies, it might not get uploaded. Let me just grab this. Alright, hold on. I'm going to shake the camera a little bit. I got to plug in this charger. You from O Block? From YO? That sounds like a YO phrase. A YO question. You from O Block? Nah, not from O Block. Alright, boom. So we plugged in. I'm gonna close the blinds. People's really hating on my bars on the window, like. Don't hate. And fam. Alright, this is what we're gonna do. Cause I'll never leave. Oh, word? I don't need 30, fam. I only got 2 hands. Maybe 2. Hit me up on the gram in the DMs. You heard? Yeah, Mark. That's what I was just talking about. I love Fire Force. I just finished the 3rd season a few days ago. And I was satisfied. There will be no 4th season, but what we saw, if you're already caught up, is only the first half of the 3rd season, and they said that the second half of the 3rd season is gonna come out in like January, so we gotta wait like another 6 months, which I'll take because the 3rd season took like 5 years to come out. I thought that it was never coming out, and I was so upset. I was so upset. I was cursing the creators of Fire Force's name. Good looking. Tell him I need a good price on that too, you heard? Nah, Michelle, I'm not gonna grow them no more. I'm not gonna grow the locks. Keon, do it. Alright, guys. It is officially Area 51 status. I'm gonna go ahead and get out of here. Take that as a sign. The powers that be said, I'm getting too famous. So, I love you all. Be safe out there. And hopefully I'll make a post tomorrow and mark myself safe from this crazy ass thunderstorm we're experiencing right now. Mark, Tiffany, Robbie, Samantha, everybody who clocked in, man. Appreciate y'all. Thank you for the $4.99, everybody who donated and all that out. Peace! Alright, now I gotta figure out how to stop this.